Hello and welcome to 13x mentorship. I hope you are doing good. Excuse me for the delay due to the terrible incident these past few days. I think I'm okay to start with you today. First of all, the one thing I'm asking you to do is if ever you took any mentorship, you followed any strategy, or you have any knowledge in this industry, just forget everything you learned before, no matter what kind of knowledge you have. The second thing is that I want to see you put in your efforts and your dedication to learn and master what I'm going to teach you. Trust the process and go all in. You are going to learn new things, new knowledge, different way to approach the market. Don't combine anything with what you are going to learn during the mentorship. So let's start. When we look at any given chart on any given time frame, we see price reacts or moves from only two levels. There are two levels we are going to use from now on. The two levels are the classic and the gaps. What's the meaning of that? See our two levels. The two levels are going to use. We have two levels, classic levels and gaps. For the classic levels, we have two kinds. For a gap, we have only one. For a classic levels, we have either A level or V level or a V level. For a V level is something like this. This is the level we are going to use. For a V level is something like this. It's the level we are going to use. V level is a level that is formed when a bullish candle forms and close after a bearish candle. Let's see. Imagine this is a bearish candle, and after it we have a bullish candle. This is a V level. For A level, imagine we have a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. This is our A level. For a gap is the thing between two consecutive same color candles. For example, bullish gap. This is a gap. We have two candles are same color. First candle, bullish candle, and second bullish candle. The thing between those two is the gap. One thing You should remember, we only can say that we have classic or gap levels after seeing the closure of the candles that forms the level. What's the meaning of that? Imagine that the current price is here and this candle doesn't close yet. We cannot say that this is available. We only can say that this is available after closure of this second candle that forms this level. After seeing this candle closed and another candle started to develop, this is the only case we can say that we have available. Same thing with A level. We cannot imagine that price is currently here and this candle doesn't close yet. We cannot say that this is A level. We can say that this is A level after the closure of this second candle. Same thing with a gap. Automatically, we mark the level by drawing an horizontal line from the closure of the first candle that forms the level. What's the meaning of that? This is the A level. Where is the first candle that forms this level? This bearish candle is the first candle that forms the level. We mark that level from the closure of this first candle. This is the closure of this first candle. We mark the horizontal line. Same thing with A level. The first candle, the bullish candle, this is the first candle that forms the A level. We mark the level from the closure of this candle. Same thing with the gap. Where is the first candle that forms the gap? This is the bullish candle, the first bullish candle that forms the gap. We mark this gap from the closure of this first candle. Excuse me. Sometimes the broker prints weird things. Say you find this, this A-level form like this. We don't mark this V-level from here. We always mark it from the closure of the first candle. This is the first candle. We mark the level like this. Always look for the first candle, the closure of the first candle. Imagine the broker prints something weird like this. The first candle closed here and the second candle starts above it. The A level is not here. The A level is here. The closure of the first candle platforms at level. Same thing for the gap. Imagine that your broker prints something like this. We mark this gap from the closure of this first candle. Look at this things where things always mark it at the first candle. Closure of the first candle. Let's see some examples from the chart on gold. So 1 hour. This is A level, a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. We mark that level at the closure of the first candle. A level, another A level, a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. We mark the level from the closure of the first candle. Same thing here for V level, A level, V level. Always bearish candle followed by a bullish candle closed. Mark the V level at the closure of the first candle. Let's see some gaps here. This is a gap, another gap. Always remember this thing, this one thing. Mark any level at from drawing an horizontal line from the beginning, from the closure of the first candle that forms that level. Like you see here, price reacts from those levels. Sometimes a level can break, sometimes holds and rejects the price. What do you notice here? Alright, let me explain first. What we see here, price can react from fresh or unfresh levels. What's the meaning of fresh and unfresh level? Fresh level means that after the creation of the level, either A, V, or gap, price just left that level and didn't touch it again. For example, this is a fresh V level, fresh V level, fresh V level. For unfresh level means that after the creation of the level, either A, V, or gap, price did come to it, touch it, and continue its move. This is an unfresh level. After the creation of that level, this first candle, a bearish candle followed by a bullish candle and closed, then price came down, touched the level, and continued its move. This is a fresh level. Another example, we have a V level, a bearish candle followed by a bullish candle and closed. Now we can say that we have a V level. The price came down, touched that level, and continued its move up. If you notice that price can react from fresh levels and unfresh levels, like we see here, price reacts from an unfresh level. Why? That's what we are going to see in the next lessons. Before I forget, there is one thing about gaps. We use two kinds of gaps. A simple gap like this. This is one. The second type, the simple gap. The second type is a gap breakout. This is a gap, same a gap breakout. This is breakout. Bearish gap. This is a simple gap. This is a gap breakout. They are the only two gaps we are going to use in the 13x strategy. Remember this. I think we are done for the levels we are going to use from now on. Keep things very simple and use only what I'm showing you and don't ever combine it with anything else. Now let's see two very important concepts for 13x strategy. They are the base and the most important things to know. The two concepts are a confirmation candle and equilibrium. Confirmation candle and equilibrium. What's the meaning of that? Let's begin with the confirmation candle. A confirmation candle, remember this, RTC, confirmation candle, is a candle that touches the level just after his creation and closed in the direction of the level. Confirmation candle is a candle that touches the level just after his creation and closed in the direction of the level. Let's give an example. Imagine we have a V level. We can say that we have a V level bullish candle. The second candle after the creation of that level should came should come down, touch the level, and continue its direction. This is CC, the confirmation candle. We have a V level just after the creation of this level, V level. This candle came down, touched the level, came up, continue its move. Same thing for A level. Let's draw A level. The candle should go up, touch the level, and continue its direction. This is the A level. This is the confirmation candle. Same thing with the gap. Let's say we have a bearish gap. It is a bearish gap. Right after the creation of the gap, this candle should go up, touch the level, and continue its direction. This is for a bearish gap. Let's see an example for a bullish gap. Let's say this is a gap. The CC, a confirmation candle, is a gap that touches the level right after his creation and continue its move. For V level, a CC should be bullish. For A level, a CC should be bearish. For a bearish candle, a CC should be bearish. And for a bullish gap, a CC should be bullish. Remember these things. We are going to use them all the time. They are the base of the 13x strategy. Don't forget it. Let's give some examples for CC. Examples of the CC. Look here, we have A level, V level, sorry, bearish candle followed by a bullish candle closer. Price came down, touch that level, and go up to continue its move. Same thing here, the V level. This candle came down, touch that level, and continue its direction. This is for V level. Let's see a gap. Look at this gap. This gap. After the creation of this gap, this candle came down, touch that level, and go all the way up. The V level is fish level, something else. Don't look at it for now. CC, we call it a gap CC. After the creation of this gap, the following candle came down, touched that level, and goes all the way. Let's see another example. Example for bearish gap. After the creation of this gap, this candle came up, touched that level, and continue its move to go bearish. And later on, the price came up to visit this level and goes down another time. This is bullish gap CC. After the creation of this gap, price came down to touch this level and goes up to continue its direction. Later on, like you see, price came down, barely touched that level and goes up. Let's see other examples. Gap CC, a bearish gap CC. After the creation of this gap, price came up, touched that level and goes down. And later on, price barely touches and goes down. We will see why price reacts and doesn't react from time to time. We all are going to see all of this. Let's see here. A level, after the creation of that level, this candle came up to that level and continue this direction for down. And later on, price came up, touched that level another time and goes down. The market is full of examples. See here, a bearish gap, a bearish CC after the creation of this gap. This candle came up, touched that level and continued its direction down. and price came again, touch that level and goes down. Bullish gap CC after the creation of this gap, price came down, touch that level and continue its direction. What was the results? And for CC, I think it's very simple things, very simple concept. I want you to learn it. I want you to remember it because we are going to use it all the days, all the time. It's the essence and the base of 13x strategy. Now let's see the equilibrium. The equilibrium. The equilibrium. I call it, for me, I call it the harmony of time frames. What's the meaning of that? Equilibrium is something within something within something. Right? Within something. For example, we have a V level in X time frame. What do we have? A V level in X time frame. Mm, We have a V level in X frame. The equilibrium of that level or that V level is the thing we are going to find what is find this same level but in another way. So what's the meaning of that? The equilibrium. For example, we have A or V level or gap level in X time frame. The equilibrium of this level is the thing we are going to find at the same level but in another time frame. That's an example. Imagine that we have a V level in 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. V level. This is a V level at 1 hour time frame. The equilibrium of this level is the thing we are going to find in another time frame. Let's say, for example, in 30 minutes and time frame. Suppose we are not sure to find a V level in 30 minutes. Maybe we are going to find another V level. Who knows? Maybe we are going to find think maybe we are going to find a gap. Maybe we are going to find gap breakout. Second type on the gap. This is the equilibrium. The equilibrium of this V level in 30 minutes is either a V level, a gap, or a gap breakout. This is the equilibrium. The concept of equilibrium is something within something. Something we have a V level in 1 hour, my friend, and something within something. We have a V level within this first V level of 1 hour, or we have a gap level within a V level, or a gap breakout level within a V level. Let's see some examples from the chart. Here we are in one time frame. For example, in 1 hour we have a gap. In 1 hour we have a gap here. Two same colored candles, two same bullish candles. This is a gap in 1 hour. Let's see it in 30 minutes. Oh, good. In 30 minutes, we have a VCC, a classic CC. What is the classic CC? A classic CC is a V or A level followed by CC, a confirmation candle. Remember, we have a gap here in 1 hour. In 30 minutes, we have a classic CC, a gap to classic CC. Is a gap. We had a gap in 1 hour, but in 30 minutes, we have a classic followed by CC. We call it a classic CC. Then price came down. That's it. And rise. Let's see another example. Let's see another example. One hour we have A level. In hour we have A level. 1 hour we have a gap. 30 minutes. Same level. We have a classic 1 hour, classic 30 minutes. Classic 1 hour, classic 30 minutes. Gap 1 hour, gap 30 minutes. This is the equilibrium. We have the classic in 30 minutes. Let's see in 50 minutes. Classic, the classic, another classic. Let's see 2 hours. 2 hours. For example, we have here a classic in 2 hours. V level. Let's see it in 1 hour. Classic, classic. We have a classic that is not fresh. This is the equilibrium in 4 hours. Here we have a classic in 4 hours. I didn't let it. And maybe in another broker we can see that price that's that level. 40 for our classic V. Let's see into hours. Classic 2. Yeah, same level but different structure, different structure. Yes, different level. We have we had a V level at 4 hours, but in 2 hours we have a gap. There is one thing to remember about the equilibrium. We always pick the X level, X, X level, X time frame to find the equilibrium of this level. We go one time frame below the time frame X. Time frame below the X time frame. Find any equilibrium of any X level at any X time frame. We go one time frame below the X time frame. I'm going to show you the time frames I'm using for 13X strategy. Here, higher time frame, lower time frame. For higher time frame, I'm going to use 4 hours, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Those are the time frames we are going to use as higher time frames. For the lower time frame, we are going to use 2 hours, 1 hour, 13 minutes, 15 minutes. Equilibrium of any level for 4 hours, we can find it at 2 hours. The equilibrium of any given level at 2 hours, we will find it 1 hour. The equilibrium of any given level at 1 hour, we are going to search for it at 30 minutes. The equilibrium of any given level at 30 minutes, we are going to find it at 15 minutes. Remember those things. You should remember this. Higher time frame, lower time frame. For higher time frame, we are going to use 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes. For lower time frame, we are going to use 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 15 minutes. Remember this. So let's do a quick recap. So let's do a quick recap of the first lesson. First of all, the levels we use. The levels we use, we have two levels, a classic level or a V level. Classic, classic levels and levels. For the classic levels, either V or A. For a gap, either a simple gap or a gap breakout. Simple gap or a gap breakout. Those are the levels we are going to use. Second thing, fresh and unfresh levels. A fresh level is meaning of fresh level is after the creation of that level, price didn't came it, didn't budget, and just fly or goes down. For A level, after the creation of the A level, price touch it, didn't touch it. Price didn't touch it and just go down. For V level, same thing. After the creation of the V level, price didn't came to it and didn't touch it again. That's the meaning of the fresh level. And fresh level is after the creation of the level, either A level, V level, or a gap, price did came to it, touches and goes and continue its direction. For the second concept is a CC or confirmation candle. A confirmation candle is after creation of any given level, V level or A level or a gap level, price did came to it, touch it and continue its direction. Remember, for a V level, a confirmation candle should be bullish. For A level, a confirmation candle should be bearish. For a simple gap, for a bullish gap, a CC candle, a confirmation candle of bullish gap should be bullish. For a bearish gap, a CC candle, confirmation candle should be bearish. So when we combine the levels we are going to use and the confirmation candle, we find that we have not only three levels, but we have six levels. What are those six levels? We have a simple classic V level and classic V level. We have a classic simple classic or fresh classic and a classic CC. What's the meaning? Classic CC is fresh classic plus classic confirmation symbol. Have a gap, simple gap, and a gap CC. What's the meaning of that? We have a simple gap, simple gap is the fresh gap, fresh gap, and a gap CC. A gap CC is unfresh, is unfresh. But how gap CC is unfresh? But how is a gap plus CC candle? Gap plus mission. So What do we have? Uh, Basic level, 6cc, 6cc, level, cc, level. For a classic cc, we have either VCC or ACC. Let's call them um, CC. CCC. And we have a gap level, and a gap CC. So one is classic CC, three gap, gap CC. That's our Those are the levels we are going to use in 30x strategy. The only levels we are going to use. Um, those are the levels we are going to use always, every time, every day. We are going to use only those four levels: a classic level, either V or A, to a classic CC, either VCC, means V level plus confirmation candle, or ACC, A level plus confirmation candle. Third, a gap or a gap CC. A gap CC meaning is the gap plus a confirmation candle. So I want you to remember the topics we did see today, the levels we used, classic levels and gap levels, fresh and unfresh level. CC is a confirmation candle. The equilibrium, something within something. Another thing is the time frames. The time frames, higher time frames and lower time frames. Higher time frames and lower time frames. Remember how to use them. 4 hour to 2 hour, 2 hour to 1 hour, 1 hour to 30 minutes, and 30 minutes to 15 minutes. Remember this. Watch this video several times, try to understand the topics, try to understand the concepts, and ask me all the questions in your head. And this is it for the first video and first lesson. Hope you enjoyed, and excuse me for my English. It's not very good, I think. Yes. And that's it. Yeah.